First tonight, 24-hour News 8 learning these three men you see here, all inmates of the Kent County Jail, were left shackled in a locked van underneath the Kent County Courthouse in a garage. We broke this story tonight. The men were forgotten for at least 2.5 hours. They're Lewis Pettway, Gregory Harris, and Kevin Lockhart, in jail on charges ranging from assault with a dangerous weapon, obstructing a police officer, theft, and larceny. I spoke with Under Sheriff John Hess tonight. Here's what he told me happened. The men left the jail to go to court for appearances before a judge. They're kept in a holding room inside the courthouse building, and one by one their cases get called. At about 4 o'clock, 6 inmates were put in an extended-size van that has compartments. The 6 were driven back to the jail, but only 3 were unloaded. The remaining 3 were forgotten inside another compartment of that van. They were handcuffed and in leg irons. The van was driven back to the courthouse and parked underneath the building. At about 4:30, a head count was taken and the 3 were missing. The undersheriff says there was an all-out search in the jail. Calls were made, paperwork rechecked, and someone sent back down into that garage. At 6:15, a deputy discovered the 3 prisoners inside the van. At 6:30, they were driven back to the jail. We're talking live right now to the sister of one of those inmates. She is May Scott, and she is standing by outside the courthouse. May, thanks for being with us. How did you first find out that your brother and the other 2 inmates were missing today?
One of the prisoners called us at 7:18 and said that Lewis had not returned back to his cell. He was wondering, has he been released yet? And I said I couldn't tell you anything because I haven't seen him since 2 o'clock this morning when he went to court. I hadn't heard anything. Okay,
you were in the courthouse with him and you saw him before the judge today?
Yes.
Can I ask you, your brother called you. What did he say when he finally got back to the jail and called you?
He said they had just returned back to the cell at 8:05. He said they were missing. He said they had left him in the bus underneath the courthouse. They left him. He said that one of the guys had urinated on themselves.
But May, they said they were okay.
Right. He said they were okay. Everyone was fine.
Did they wonder why they weren't left at the jail? I mean, they could see or feel themselves going back and forth from the jail to the courthouse and back to the jail?
Yes.
They wondered, but they never yelled out or anything?
Right. They thought that maybe it was just a transport and someone else was being dropped off. They had no idea that 3 other guys had went to court.
Okay.
They thought they were the only 3 guys who went to court.
All right. Did the sheriff's department call you or the family at all?
No.
Okay. But your brother's doing all right and the other 2 inmates as well tonight, huh?
Yes, they are.
All right. May Scott, thanks for joining us live. We appreciate you talking to us and going down to the courthouse.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.